South Africa has just been hit with a new 12.5 US tariff. But what does this really mean for our economy? And could it affect your pocket? My name is Bitoko and you're watching Present News SA. Let's get into today's top story. The United States has officially imposed a new 12.5% tariff on certain South African exports, a move that could have a significant implication for trade between the two countries. The tariff forms part of a broader U.S. trade policy affecting several countries. While government officials and businesses continue to assess the impact, many South Africans are asking one important question: how will this affect us? Let's start with the basics. A tariff is a tax charged on goods imported into another country. In simple terms, when South African products are exported to the United States, some of those goods will now face an additional 12.5 tax before entering the American market. That means South African products could become more expensive for American buyers, making it harder for local exporters to compete with the businesses from other countries. According to U.S. authorities, the measure is part of efforts to strengthen trade policies and addresses concerns related to international supply chains and forced labor. South Africa has stated that it complies with its legal and international obligations and is expected to continue engaging with the United States on the matter. Discussions between the two countries are likely to continue as both sides assess the economic impact of these new measures. Although the full impact is still being assessed, economists say the tariff could place pressure on businesses that rely heavily on exports to the United States. If exporters receive fewer orders, some companies may experience lower profits, which could affect future investment, production, and employment. At this stage, there is no indication that everyday consumer prices in South Africa will rise immediately because of the tariff. However, businesses and investors will be watching developments closely in the coming weeks. The introduction of the 12.5% US tariff marks another important development in trade relations between South Africa and the United States. Whether its long-term impact is limited or more significant will depend on ongoing discussions between the two governments and how businesses respond in the months ahead. For now, this is a story worth following because decisions made in global trade can eventually influence businesses, jobs, and economic growth here at home. In other news, Gauteng police have uncovered counterfeit goods worth an estimated 27.5 million during a major operation targeting illegal trading. Authorities say the raid led to a seizure of thousands of suspected counterfeit products, including clothing, footwear, accessories, and other branded merchandise believed to be sold illegally. Counterfeit goods not only infringe on trademarks, but can also hurt legitimate businesses, reduce tax revenue, and expose consumers to products that may not meet safety standards. Police say investigations are continuing and more arrests could follow as authorities work to identify these behind the operation. The latest seizure highlights the ongoing fight against counterfeit trade in South Africa. And finally, in business news, Dis-Chem founder Ivan Saltzman has officially stepped down from the company's board of directors. Ivan Saltzman co-founded Dis-Chem and helped grow the company into one of South Africa's largest pharmacy and health retail chains. His resignation marks the end of an era for the company after decades of leadership. While stepping down from the board represents a significant governance change, Dis-Chem says its day-to-day operations and strategic direction remain unchanged. Investors and industry analysts will now be watching closely to see how the company continues its next chapter under its current leadership. Those are today's top stories. Which story do you think will have the biggest impact on South Africans? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this report informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I am Buitoko. Thank you for watching Present News SA, where we bring you news that matters. Stay informed, stay present.